Westwood Knolls is a very nice, quiet neighborhood. And what's really desirable about it is that, hence the name Knolls, it's a fairly hilly neighborhood, a little bit zigzaggy. Some of the best views in all of San Mateo County can be found here. So a lot of the homes have even views all the way down to downtown San Francisco. Most of the homes are detached on both sides. They have front yards and backyards, and a lot of the homes, especially the ones on a downslope, they will be 2 stories. So they're basically like the single level rancher up top, but they have a large basement area that a lot of people have finished out, or the people who haven't still can have tall enough ceilings, like it's tall enough that you can build out a whole second story downstairs. And in fact, some people even went as far down, and some people dug and got 3 stories out of their homes. So there's plenty of homes like that. It's primarily single family homes in the neighborhood. There are some apartment buildings and maybe even a few condominium properties as well, and some duplexes and properties like that. But for the most part, it's going to be single family homes. There's several tree-lined streets, and there's just overall a lot of trees and greenery throughout the neighborhood. People in San Mateo specifically really put in a lot of care and love into their landscaping as well. One of the other things in the neighborhood is San Mateo Medical Center. It's one of the largest hospitals in San Mateo County, and it's right in the middle of the neighborhood. Laurel Elementary School is located in the neighborhood, as well as St. Gregory's K-8 Catholic elementary school. Although Abbott Middle School and Hillsdale High School are not technically in the neighborhood, those are the schools that kids would go to for middle school and high school. A couple of highlights of the neighborhood are Indian Springs Park, which is a nice little neighborhood park. It has a play structure for kids. It has a picnic area just for people to have picnics or little parties or get-togethers or something like that. And a lot of people go there and walk their dogs. Most of the homes are built in the 40s and 50s, just like a lot of San Mateo County and the city of San Mateo in general. A lot of the homes are built in the 40s and 50s. Westwood Knolls, it borders Belmont, the city of Belmont, just past 42nd Avenue to the south. Then you have El Camino Real to the east. You have Alameda de las Pulgas to the west, and then you have Hillsdale to the north. So as you get a little bit lower down towards El Camino, you get into the more flatter areas, and that's where more of the apartment buildings are and some of the homes that are in the flats. And here, what's really cool is you're really walking distance to Hillsdale Shopping Center, which is a great shopping center that has the Refuge, it has Pinstripes, it has Nordstrom, it has a ton of stores. It's one of the large malls in San Mateo County. Being in the flats, you're walking distance there, and even in some of the hillier streets, you're walking distance to Hillsdale, but you're also walking distance to the Hillsdale Caltrain station. What's really cool about the neighborhood is, like, yeah, you can be in the hillier, kind of a little bit more secluded parts, but you're still less than 5 minutes away, or just very close, like just a few minute drive, or maybe like a 5, 10, 15 minute walk away from everything. I mean, you have Chase Bank right here, you have Hillsdale Shopping Center, as I mentioned, you have Molly Stone's on 42nd Avenue and all of the businesses there, including Silicon Valley Elite Cheer Gym. You have a FedEx store, you have Kelly Moore Paints, you have Jack's Car Wash, which is really cool. On El Camino, one of my favorite places is Cuban Kitchen. And then also Jack's Prime is one of our local favorites. In addition to Molly Stone's and then Whole Foods not that far away, you also have a number of smaller little neighborhood specialty stores and stuff, which is really cool. You have Yuzu Sushi and Grill, which is one of the premier little sushi places in our neighborhood. It's a small sort of little hole in the wall, but it's great. Fernando's Mexican food is a kind of go-to for a lot of people, in addition to a lot of other just local small businesses and local restaurants, small family-owned restaurants and stuff. It's really a great neighborhood to plant your roots and be around. It's a super convenient location, of course. It's right off of 101. You're just a few minutes away from 101. As I mentioned, you're walking distance to Hillsdale. You're not too far from 92 and 280. So you're very close to all those things. And then if you see up here, a lot of the neighborhood is up on these hilly streets with beautiful views, as I mentioned before. But even if you don't have the great views up above, Even in the flats or the flatter part of the neighborhood, really nice, beautiful, cute, quaint homes. The streets are okay. It's not as newer of a neighborhood, so the streets are not as wide, and it doesn't have like full, very large sidewalks, but still has enough of sidewalk and a wide enough street. It's not as narrow and windy as neighboring Belmont is. And they're on an upslope, and so that's where you start seeing the views as you start getting higher and higher uphill. Now we're going on 42nd. I'm gonna do a little drive-by of the 42nd little shopping district. And yeah, as I mentioned, one of the nice things about the neighborhood is you have the little 42nd Avenue Bel Mateo area. So you have Bel Mateo Bowl right there, which is really cool, and they have a full restaurant pretty much, and a bar, and it's a fun little place to hang out, and it's family friendly, but they serve adult beverages as well, so it's like really a place where a lot of people can have a good time. You have Molly Stone's, obviously, with plenty of great shopping. You have a couple of Chinese restaurants, Peking Alley and Chenghing. You also have a Thai massage place, which is great. For the kids, you have SVE, Silicon Valley Elite Cheerleading. You have different tutoring businesses. You have a Round Table Pizza, Cal Interiors, which I wonder what this is, Russian School of Math. Not too far away, you have Movement Climbing Gym, formerly known as Planet Granite, which is now Movement, I believe it's Movement is the name. Los Moreno Taqueria, Mexican food. Oh, you have an F45 Fitness, which is pretty cool. It's close by, and it's a nice little gym, and they do cool stuff. That's what I believe Mark Wahlberg does. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you're thinking about maybe moving to San Mateo or anywhere in the Mid-Peninsula or the San Francisco Bay Area in general, if you have any questions about this neighborhood or any other neighborhoods, please feel free to reach out. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button, and if you have any questions or feedback or thoughts or anything like that, you can comment wherever you're watching this video, or of course reach out to me. My contact information is also available. Again, I'm Joe Polyak, local San Francisco Bay Area realtor with Rise Homes.